Hi, I'm Rick and this is Melanie, and we're here as part of the team at First Place Options. First Place Options helps women and men facing an unplanned pregnancy in various aspects.
Some of the services that First Place Options offers the community is decision aid coaching. So when a woman or a man is facing an unplanned pregnancy, they can come and talk through pregnancy options and get the support that they need to make an informed decision. We also offer pregnancy tests that are free, and we also do a grief support work. When a woman or a man is facing grief after a pregnancy loss, we offer support through post-adoption and post-abortion. We believe that walking through those experiences, that a woman or a man can find healing and can move on in their life in a more positive way. So we want to make sure there's a safe place where people can come and get that support that they need. We also have a community education program called Thrive Ottawa, which goes into the schools. The mission for Thrive is to empower youth with informed decision-making tools to make good decisions around relationships so that they can be healthy and that they can value themselves and value the people that they have in their lives.
First Place really helps vulnerable people in a few different ways. If they're in the height of an unplanned pregnancy, it's a very touchy situation and often there's many emotions involved. Our counselors act like first responders and they come in and they try and help restore some ability to think clearly, to walk through what the options really are, and possibly get away from some external forces that feel like they're forcing them into a decision they may not want to make or might not fit with their values in terms of the long term. It's quite common for people to come in and be dealing with depression and even suicidal thoughts. Our counselors do a great job when people come in and they've been dealing with trauma, whether that trauma has been for 40 years or 4 days in a post-abortion case. It is something that requires good, steady, confidential, and loving and graceful support.
I've had the privilege of walking alongside young women who have gone through an abortion experience, and it can be very traumatic. And one young woman in particular, her story really stands out. She had experienced a medical abortion and felt that she was not informed as to how she may feel and react during that experience. And as a result of that, now she has a passion to inform other women of the choices that they're making. And as we walked her through that, we saw healing come to her, and she actually reconnected with her faith, and for the first time in so long felt a glimmer of hope come back. It's exciting to see how that work is going to impact her, but also the community.
In terms of churches, one of the things we've really appreciated is the prayer and financial support by a number of churches. It's been extremely helpful. We don't receive any government support at all for the work that we do. We could use a lot more support, truthfully, from churches in this regard, because it's only a small percentage of the churches in the city that do get involved in the work we do. We are also finding that there's a huge area where we can actually bless churches back, and that's in the area of helping them understand how to have proper conversations, particularly with post-abortive people in their community. We know as a fact that in the city of Ottawa, there have been about 250,000 abortions in the last 30 or so years. You're looking at about 1 in 5. It's huge. There are people in everyone's churches and communities that are post-abortive that need help. And the way those conversations are framed can dictate whether a church is helping us or actually creating some barriers to people receiving the help and care they really need. And it's in terms of loving them and loving them properly. So we have a program right now to help churches in that regard called Healing Conversations that we're helping churches with in order to be a better help to those in their churches and in their communities.
We would really like to thank the local church for supporting us in our fundraising campaign called Operation Baby Bottle. This campaign runs from Mother's Day to Father's Day every year, and we rely on the financial support that comes from that. If your church would like to get involved, we would welcome the support. We can even drop off baby bottles at your church, and then people at the church can fill them up with change or checks, and then we collect them after Father's Day, and that goes to supporting our ministry throughout the year. So for those churches that have helped us, thank you so much, and again, we would welcome more churches to get involved. Connect Care Ottawa could help us by getting the word out, by helping us make sure that everyone who is facing an unplanned pregnancy knows that there is a place to go, that there are options, and that there are people that will love them and support them and walk them through this really, really difficult time. So just creating that awareness within the community is so important to us. The other side of that is Connect Care Ottawa can also help us meet our clients' needs. Sometimes clients have needs that are beyond our scope, beyond our ability or skill set even, and we want to connect them with other resources in the Ottawa community to make sure that every need that they have is met and that we can help them to the very best of our ability. So we're excited about Connect Care Ottawa and what we can do together, how we can partner to help meet the needs in the community and to make sure we're doing our job to the best of our ability.